Farming Simulator 19 on Flint Hills, and we seem to be having a slight altercation over here. This is on the auto drive side of things here, everyone. Something you don't see too often here with auto drive typically, and I'm not entirely sure what's even going on. It appears that Courseplay is actually turned out into the grain cart here. I'm not, yeah, like I said, I'm not entirely sure what's going on over here, but anyway, let's get this cleared up here in a minute, and we'll go check on the progress Courseplay is making. Spoiler alert, it's not the greatest over there. Yeah, I don't know. Did maybe auto drive like clip the combine somehow and pull them? I don't know what happened there. I mean, that's kind of weird. Or maybe, oh, you know what? I bet I know what happened here, everyone. I'm betting auto drive was probably sitting fairly close here from unloading it last time around, and then it just happened to catch the combine. I bet that's what happened, everyone. I'm just thinking anyway. Anyway, over on Courseplay side of thing, everyone, we're actually not doing too terribly bad over here. We had one slight issue where Courseplay did not pull away from the truck once it was done unloading. So the grain cart finished unloading everyone and then just sat there. It didn't move. It sat there. It stopped. It was just sitting there. So that's why we're probably a little further behind here, because I did not catch the fact that, again, the grain cart, he was just sitting here. He was empty. Completely empty, everyone. Completely empty. Just doing nothing. So I had to stop him, pulled him away, started him back up. Like, oh, okay, no, yeah, we're going to go work now. So, don't know what was up with that, everyone, but that happened. You know, again, not overly serious, not like we got all crashed up and smashed up and stuff, but it did apparently stop working there for some reason. Other than that, everyone, actually, Courseplay is doing pretty good over here. I have not had to really do a whole lot, other than maybe the first incident there yesterday when we first started. Not sure what was up with that, but it's been working pretty good here since. We are still harvesting the corn here yet. Both John Deere X9 1100s on both fields. Brent 25 96 grain carts and 9620 RXs pulling said grain carts with the tractor with a wider, or like planting tracks. Speaking of which, did you finally finish over here? I believe we did. Okay. We're going to get you pulled off the field in a minute. We're just going to leave auto drive and Courseplay working over there, everyone. And we're just going to keep working on whatever else we have to work on here. I believe we probably got weeds that need to be sprayed really bad on Field 9, I bet. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So finished planting Field 9 here between episodes. Also finished, obviously, cultivating Field 6 and 7 here. Or at least not Courseplay finished both of those tasks. Anyway, let's put it that way. Are you going to fold up? Okay, try again. There we go. I did push the fold button. Apparently, got to push it twice. This is the tractor I was actually going to put on the grain cart, but I think we'll just leave the one that's currently on it. That should be fine, I think. We'll see what happens there. Wouldn't think the type of tracks would overly make a large difference there as far as unloading goes. Yes, and we see auto drive looks like lining up to unload the combine right now. Yeah, like I said, I'm betting there that the auto drive is probably already parked there when that happened, if I had to guess. That's probably why, because I just started everything up here before I started recording, everyone, so that's probably what was going on. Okay, let's see. So we'll just park this on this side of the tree then. And yes, everyone, obviously I've got some nice large sheds on this farm that we haven't really used. I mean, we do have some stuff in this shed here next to us, but the other shed, nope, I've not used that shed at all. We just leave it parked out front here, much easier. Also, I've been planning on this probably being the second to last episode here. I'm hoping we can get close to finishing up the harvest. If not, everyone, I think we're probably going to wrap it up anyway. We'll be really close to being done. Might not be quite done, but we'll be close. So, like I said, I think we're going to plan on wrapping it up here next. Is it next episode? I think it's next episode already. I have to go double check that, make sure I got that right. But I believe next episode will be the last and final episode on Flint Hills. It's been a fun map, everyone. We actually did quite a few episodes on this map. We've been on this map for a while here now, and you know, surveying the situation of equipment we got going over here, I would say, and I think you folks would probably agree, we've done pretty good, I think. And I point to the money up top as well. And we probably have more crops in storage we could sell too if we wanted to, but again, what are we going to buy one? We got quite a bit of equipment on this map here at this point. I don't think there's really a need to buy anymore. And if we do, we probably should get rid of some other stuff before the frame rate goes down any lower. We're down, actually. The weeds are not actually too bad on this field, are they? Okay. I thought the weeds would be worse than that, but not too bad. Most of them are in their first growth stage yet. Excellent. And again, I don't think we'll ever be harvesting this field, so oh well. It's always one of those things that when you get close to wrapping up a map, it's like, wow, is it really worth doing this? But then again, it's like, well, if you didn't do it, then what would you do for the last few episodes? So we gotta do something here to wrap it up. And then, of course, I'm getting rather excited here, hopefully, for the next series. I think you folks are going to be somewhat surprised as to what we're going to. And again, it is Farming Simulator. We are going to be playing Farming Simulator next time, so we're not like playing a different game or anything like that. Don't worry about that. It will be Farming Simulator. But I think you folks are going to be very, very surprised as to the next map. And then maybe after that, we'll maybe look back at maybe going to like Marksville, or we'll see what's out for maps at that time. But the map we're going to here next, like I said, I think it's going to be a bit of a surprise for most folks. In fact, I dare you folks to guess what it will be down in the comments. I'd be very, very surprised if anyone got it. Okay, we're just going to park behind the shed here. This will look pretty good to me. This is the shed I was mentioning. Everyone's like, yeah. In fact, I don't know. Have I? Yes, I guess I have gone inside the shed here. I have been inside of it. But as far as like all the recordings go, I don't know if I've ever even opened the doors in any of the videos. There it is. One big open shed. Yeah, just close the door. We're not going in there. We're not parking any equipment in there at the moment. So, okay, let's grab the sprayer here. I'll get you out and start spraying field 9 there. Get the weeds taken care of. Double check. I might have a course for this here. Field 9. Let's see. Field 9. 40 meter spray. I do have a course for this. Okay, excellent. We'll just go ahead and load that up here then. At the moment on the harvesting there, I'm only running 1 truck per field. Just again, trying not to take any chances with any trucks getting like stuck at the unloading spot in the main farm silo there. Yes, it might be a little bit slower, I figure, but again, in the interest of trying to prevent any potential problems, everyone, like I said, just running 1 truck. And actually, speaking of potential problems, we actually did have a problem already. Again, we were selling the dry corn there, which I never did check. Did the dry corn all sell? It must have, because the truck stopped running. Dry corn. Yes, we are out of dry corn. Well, starting to get more here again now that we're putting more corn in, but sold all the dry corn there. So, again, everyone, the trucks that were selling the dry corn stopped, and, of course, that backed up the auto drive truck that was, otherwise field 4 of them might have actually been done. Maybe not quite done. It probably would have been a little further along here. So that's what actually stopped auto drive here between episodes, was the fact that the auto drive truck was stuck at the unloading silo here back behind the ones selling dry corn. Courseplay was just stuck because it was being derpy over by the truck there. That's what stopped Courseplay over there. But yes. So yeah, again, everyone, auto drive I think is doing it pretty good so far, everyone. Other than what we've seen here at the start of this episode, which again, that might not have happened if we had kept going. I don't know, but like I said, looking pretty. Ooh, and it's lagging all of a sudden. What is Courseplay doing? Oh, now it went back up. Okay. Noticed right away when I blame that on Courseplay, which, to be honest, it probably is fair when it probably is Courseplay. Because, again, you don't really notice that with auto drive. When it comes to auto drive doing its calculations, it doesn't really seem to lag the game that I've noticed. It maybe does every now and then, but like I said, again, it's not really noticeable compared to Courseplay. Courseplay, when it's doing its Pathfinder, or whatever it's doing, I'm not sure what it's doing, but whatever it's doing, oh my goodness, Evan, it is brutal. And I'm curious, everyone, anyone else using Courseplay in the comments here, if you're using the newer version of Courseplay, have you folks noticed this as well? And especially for those of you on lower end systems, I'm kind of curious what it does in your systems, because, oh my goodness, I mean, on my computer, if it's lagging my computer, ooh, That is quite brutal there, if you ask me. Okay, we got 6 and 7. Shall we get that field planted? And what shall we plant on it? That is a good question. Oh, let's see once here. How about some soybeans? Soybeans sounds pretty good. Seeing how we'll never have to harvest them. Don't have to worry about the yield potential on them. Oh, let's see once here. We got the DB90. Is this a DB90 over here as well? I do believe it is. Yes, it is. That seems like a good soybean planting combination there, if you ask me. Again, at this point, never did sort out the soybean yield problems on this map. Just my opinion, again, I still suspect either the map's fault or Precision Farming mod's fault. I mean, after all, Giants has released, what, 2, 3 updates now trying to fix the yield for soybeans? Unsuccessful with the first or second time, and trying here again. I don't know. Are they successful finally? At least for me, they weren't, everyone, but again, that might be map related as well. Oh, and there's sunflowers out in the middle of that field, aren't there? Oh well. The reason I'm going to run the cultivator across the field, again, we don't really need to cultivate, but it does help clear out, potentially, possibly clear out any crops that maybe miss getting harvested. Again, of course, it always misses in the corners. Oh, and we even missed when we cultivated, didn't we? Oh well. There are some corner turning options you can maybe try turning on that might help with that, everyone. Again, at least in my experience, I've not had a whole lot of success with some of those, so... Gotta say, those 3D tracks really, really look nice. Definitely would like to see some of the 3D tracks on, like the 9RT and 8RT, everyone. Again, the John Deere 2 tracks, or any of the 2-track tractors for that matter. It would be nice to see some real 3D tracks in those. I think that would really, really look nice. Yeah, that, you know, again, I gotta say everyone here, you go look at the tracks that are on, like one of these planters that does not have the 3D tracks, and go compare it to one that does. Wow, what a difference, everyone. What a difference, again, even on the 9RX here. This is custom modding's 9RX, by the way. This is not actually the in-game. Well, technically it's not in-game. The DLC 9RX. This is custom modding's. I'm not sure there's really much difference between custom modding's and the in-game one, but I typically use custom modding. Custom modding does a really good job on their mods, typically. Okay, course generation. Let's get a course going here for this. Field 6 and 7. Headlands. Let's do 2. How about 3? 3 headlands? That seems like that should be a good number. Have enough room to turn around there. Of course, keep in mind, everyone, when you do more headlands, the more headlands you do, the longer it takes to calculate the course, longer it takes to save the course, and also more potential you have for derpiness in corners, stuff like that. So, you know, you're going to have more chances, what you see over here, missing crop and stuff like that. So, okay, let's drive course. We'll also go ahead and save this here as well. Field 6, 27-meter plant. Actually, I should probably check. Did I actually have a course for this already? I don't think I did. Nope, I did not. I got 23-meter plant. So we used the other planter here last time around we planted this field. Thought that's what we did. Okay, keep up the good work there, course play. Who am I kidding? Good work, course play. We're looking pretty good over here so far, though. We'll tell Auto Drive keep up the good work. Even 3D tracks on this grain cart here as well, and they really, really look nice as well. I forget if that's available on the official Farming Simulator mod hub or not. You folks, maybe especially on the console side of things, will have to let me know. I don't know on that one. If it is, yay. If not, oh, should have got a PC. Should have got a PC. I know we always get into the console versus PC debate sometimes, everyone, but you know, depending on what games you're playing, everyone, PC versus console, it probably really does not make much of a difference. When it comes to Farming Simulator, though, everyone, PC, I think, should be the undisputed king when it comes to Farming Simulator, just because of the mod availability on the PC side of things, especially on the scripting side of things, everyone. I think that's what seriously hurts the console. We can have mods like Auto Drive. We can have mods like Courseplay. Not sure in the right mind would want Courseplay, everyone, but you can have mods like Courseplay. You got awesome mods like Guidance Steering and Vehicle Group Switcher and trying to think of some of the other cool mods, like being able to hide stuff on the map that you don't want to see. You know, that's got collision on it. Oh, that's a cool mod there, one. The ability to sleep anytime, anywhere. Just all little, just little mods like that, everyone, that really, really improve the basic functionality of the game. You know, again, like when you're able to hide stuff on a map. You're playing on a map and a mod author's like put some sort of old junk somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and it's like, you were trying to turn that into a field, now you got some old junk. Well, now you can use that mod and get in there and just boom, gone. Again, especially useful for some of those of you maybe don't want to get into Giants Editor. Yes, you could do that in Giants Editor, everyone, but you got to know what you're doing. You got to really be careful when you're doing stuff like that, versus with that mod, everyone, just really easy. Makes, and it's, wow, it's laggy all of a sudden. Ooh, laggy. Yeah, it just makes, again, like I said, everyone, the whole PC definitely, I think, is the undisputed winner here when it comes to Farming Simulator. So, for anyone maybe debating there, like, I want to get Farming Simulator, should I have a PC or a console? You definitely want a PC for this game, everyone. That's just my opinion, and I'm pretty sure most of you console users would probably even agree with me on that one. There might be a certain lunatic console user that might not. I think you folks all know which one I'm talking about there, you know, but we'll... you know, he knows who he is. He even has a nickname after it. Let's see, how's the yield looking over here? Looking pretty good on both fields here so far. That's good. I see we got a little bit less. Actually, you know what? Did this field, what is the soil type? Is that a difference? Yes. That's right. There's just a little bit of loamy sand down in that corner. Rather interesting. That apparently is not a good yielder. Loamy sand, huh? That is interesting. I mean, I would have thought loamy sand, typically, at least around where I live, everyone, if you got loamy type sand is usually a really good producer if, and this is a big if, everyone, if you have the water for it. So you either need to have irrigation in place, or you better hope you get a lot of rain throughout the year. And if you do, everyone, that can usually be a really good yielder. Actually, loamy sand, sandy. What's the difference between loamy sand and sandy loam? I don't know. Lighter, sandier soil, I mean, let's put it that way out by me, usually is a really good yielder as long as you got the moisture for it. Yeah, this is what I suspect happened last time, everyone. I think maybe if auto drive, so they park like that, and somehow caught the combine's header there and spun him around. That's the only thing I can think of. That was a little bit of a lag spike there. Interesting. Blame Courseplay. Oh, speaking of Courseplay, what is Courseplay up to? Is he coming to unload here? Looks like Courseplay. Wow, he's awful close to the crops there, isn't he? Looks like Courseplay's on its third headland. So, again, at least on the fields here. Field 4 is bigger, by the way. By not much. Field 4 is 38.25 hectares, and Field 10 is 33.62 hectares. Actually, it is a fair bit bigger. Okay, well, I'll read a few comments here in a moment, everyone. Well, we're just going to kind of tag along with Courseplay and Auto Drive just to see how everything's going. I'm kind of curious. You know, not very often I want to actually spend time just riding along with them just to see what they're doing here. I am curious as to why he's going so slow. That's kind of curious. Actually, how fast... actually, you know, Auto Drive's on the move. Let's go see how fast Auto Drive moves, everyone. Looks like Courseplay only does about 9 miles per hour. I haven't really seen it go any further or faster than that. This is the one thing I've noticed that Auto Drive does here. But Auto Drive, like, stops. So it'll go a ways, stop. Go a ways, stop it. I don't know if it just calculates so far, everyone. Gets to that point, then has to calculate again. I'm assuming that's what's going on, but I don't know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there he stops again. But you know, Auto Drive definitely was going faster there. And then, of course, that message pops up. Yeah, I don't know. Still don't know why that pops up, everyone. Oh, there he goes. Yep. Brian was saying, great video. Keep it up. Hey, thank you very much for that there, Brian. Actually, speaking of which, I'm assuming everyone else's auto drive, if you use auto drive for this, does this as well. Just stops right. I think he probably stopped because the combine's turning around there at this point, I'm assuming. But David was saying, nice, bro. Thank you very much for that. Marhoof was saying that Randy, the hide mod will hide all of those light poles you have. If you used it to hide a whole forest. Oh, I have used it to hide a whole forest of trees and light poles that were in my way. You have to hide each one. It will not do it in mass. That's kind of, well, yes, I would expect that for, like, trees and stuff. Trees would be individually. What I'm curious, everyone, is, like, if I wanted to hide these electric poles, should we try it? We might as well try it. We're going to wrap this series up here next episode anyway, I believe. So let's run over to Field 5, everyone. If you remember, it had some really annoying electrical poles on it. I'm assuming when Marhoof says light poles, he probably means electric poles. I'm not sure on that one, but... Breaking Old Gaming was saying, nice video. Thank you very much for that. Carrie was saying, morning, I'll have to wait till later to watch. Your videos are coming out an hour later. Yes, I noticed that, everyone. I do not know why that is. I'm assuming something to do with the time change. My videos are scheduled for the same times they always have been, everyone, but the only thing I can assume, everyone, is YouTube's time must be off. Yeah, I know that's hard to believe, but YouTube's time must be off by an hour. My videos are still set to go live at 6 o'clock in the morning, everyone, but I think they're only going live at 7 o'clock. I noticed that here the other day. I was looking and like, how come the video hasn't gone live yet? Because I'm pretty sure I have uploaded it. I went and checked, like, yeah, it's uploaded. It says it's scheduled yet. I'm like, it's like 6:30. Okay. Went and checked a little later, and then, yeah, sure enough, it was live. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I noticed the same thing the next day, too. It's like, oh, YouTube must be off by an hour due to the time change here, which that's, yeah, that's going on like a week and a half ago now, I guess, isn't it? So, yeah. But anyway, let's see if we can hide this pole here, everyone. I'm kind of curious. Hide pole H. Yes. Okay, did hide hide just that pole. Left that up there. That's rather interesting. This is what I was kind of curious about with the hider mod, everyone, because it's like what part... It depends on how the map author, mod author has set up the pieces here. And, you know, it is potentially possible that the map author would have created all these poles as one object, so when you hide them, they will all hide. But in this case, looks like that is not the case here. He's got just the poles that are separate. Oh, and I bet you that line there... Okay, I think I see what how it's set up here. There's probably another break in the line over here. Yep. I don't know how well you folks can see that in the video there, but you can see the break in the line. So if I was probably to hide the line, it'd probably hide that section. So that's kind of cool. It looks a little weird. Just a little weird. Now, you imagine you could probably... Let's see what you could do. F11 here. This one off. Turn it on. Can I do this? I can. Now, this might not have a collision on, everyone, so... Doesn't appear to have a collision on, everyone. That is something that is required, apparently, with the hider mod. You have to have an object with a collision on it in order for it to be hidden. So, apparently, those do not have collision, which would kind of make sense. Only the poles have the collision on them, which is kind of annoying. So, yeah, you can't hide that. That's kind of too bad, because, otherwise, you got those funky wires up there. It'd be nice to just hide those two, get rid of those, but... Oh, well. Let's see. Let's go turn that back off here a minute. There we go. Okay, back to hanging out here with Courseplay. Ooh, Courseplay's coming to unload. Okay. Still only going 9 miles an hour. Why is he going 9 miles an hour? Like, where is that speed coming from? Because, again, turn speed is 10, field speed is 24, reverse speed is 6. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of the oddities I don't quite get with Courseplay. It's like, where does some of this stuff come from? Like, you go check the settings and like, that's not what it says in the settings there, Courseplay, but, oh well, it is working. Jim was saying, great videos. Always keep up the great work. Strange that the Buster's DB120 does not want to plant on Flint Hills. JHHG Modding is currently working on their version of the DB120, but not sure if it'll be available for all platforms or not. Last I heard on that one there is the DB120 will not be available for all platforms due to the size of that planter, everyone. The planter will not be available on the console. Again, it's just too large of a mod, apparently. That was my understanding, so... Wyatt was saying the real 3D tracks are on the console. Real 3D... He doesn't say what real 3D tracks, so... But yes, I'm aware. The console does have real 3D tracks, everyone, at least on the DLC. I'm not sure how many mods are available with the real 3D tracks, but... Not unloading, huh? Yes, I had this problem last time as well. Why is he not unloading? That pipe looks like it's over pretty much to me. I did adjust the pipe, but... okay, I guess that was just enough. It just swung out here as well. Oh well, we'll just, it's unloaded, we'll leave it at that. Back to your nearest, no, I want back, it's a little bit tough to go back next. There we go, stop right there. And he folds, okay, so of course I did not fold the pipe up last time. That is interesting. I don't know why I didn't fold the pipe up last time. That's actually a really good idea, man, folding the pipe up like that. Otherwise... what'll happen, and this happened between episodes here as well. I actually had more issues over here than what I mentioned. Everyone just figured they really weren't worth mentioning. But fortunately, when it came back with a truck, everyone also got stuck behind the grain cart here. It was like sitting right in here because the pipe was out. Like, typical. Didn't remember having this problem last time, but it's apparently because Forceplay did not put the pipe away when it was done unloading here last time around. So that must be what happened there. But once put the pipe away, that'll hopefully take care of that. I'm not sure why Corseplay didn't do that last. Again, Corseplay was just being derpy over here when it came to unloading. Apparently that last time for some reason. Okay, looks like Auto Drive's going to unload here again. Yeah, he's going 16. It looks like he's just getting up to speed. And then he stops while he apparently path finds his way further. I don't know if this is maybe what makes Auto Drive not lag the system. It only path finds so far. Stops, path finds some more each time. I don't know if I necessarily like that either of them, but hey, at least it's working. It's not lagging the system. That's kind of nice, right? Hetro was saying, love your flag choices. Row markers are cool, but I find I have too much to do and to remember to raise and lower row markers. And I get confused and have the wrong one. Oh, yes, I've done that before there as well. Hetro, have the wrong one down. Oops. Speaking of which, typically having the wrong one down in real life is not too much of an issue. Because usually the wrong one, if you have the wrong side down in real life, it's supposed to fall in between the rows. It's supposed to be the center line of your tractor. And the center line of your tractor should fall down the center of a row. So it shouldn't matter. But in the game, everyone, it does. In the game, it will destroy your crops. So... the way the whole in-the-game mechanics work as far as props go. And remember, looking at the time, it looks like it's about time to wrap it up here for this episode. So on that note, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.